how we get live? Here we go.
So I hit the go live, and then I did the little thing, and it just okay. So me and my sitting here holding a whole conversation wasn't even live. So anyway, we're gonna start over. We're gonna start over. Um, welcome to the Art of Hood Love discussion with me and my.
My
We
boo.
think Ayana.
My boo.
We'll
My name
see.
is
We'll
My
see.
Boo.
Oh God, my boo. Okay, my boo. Um, before I realized that we wasn't live, I was saying that Mai came to me and asked me to should we discuss this book? Had I heard of Antoinette Sherell? And I was like, yes, I've heard of her before, but I never read anything. Hey Tara, I never read anything by her before. So she told me if I read this book that I would love her forever. I would love her more than what I love her now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Was I
come to
right?
y'all and I like, let's do it. Let's everybody gonna read this book. Let's read it. Man, I started reading this book and I was like, I don't like Miesha right now. I don't like her. I got something going on in my life right now. But this was some book one was straight up like I'm like skimming through right now, just kind of going over making some notes, and I'm just like reliving Jesus. Hey y'all. Hey, some of y'all can't see who it is, but hey y'all.
Hey,
Um,
everybody.
um, Jesus, my what who turned you on to this?
I don't even know. I think I just saw it on my feed and was like, I like her as an author, Antoinette Sherell. I
Mhm.
like her. So I'm like, let me try it. But then it was so hard because I was waiting on each book to come out. So it was like I'll in her inbox like, listen, when we get in the next book, I was harassing that lady. I thought she was gonna block me. She deactivated on Facebook and everything, and I was still in her messenger. Like, no, you need to talk to me.
Oh man. So like right off the bat, she came with the trauma. I was like,
Hmm.
Jesus. Now I can honestly say I've never experienced any of this kind of, trauma. We all have had some kind of trauma at some age, If at my age, we got whipped with extension cords. So you can say I'm traumatized from that, but I'm still, but like Jesus, Savvy and Michi, am I saying Michi's name right? Yeah,
That's what I
Michi,
said.
right?
Hmm.
I'm just like Savvy and Michi, God dog. Like, I can't even imagine. And then your ain't shit stepdaddy and your mama, like what?
And he
What
a
kind of
cop.
fool is this? And he
He was a cop.
and knew he was gonna get away with
Hmm.
whatever. Wait a minute, let me take the banner down so I can throw up these comments because Tara already starting. Did y'all know Tara was low key petty? I forget that Tara low key petty. I forgot. So Tara said that the covers drew her in.
Yeah.
I don't know where I was. I didn't see a lot of posts, about it until y'all started talking about it. Um, I think they were talking about it in Bourbon Street Bookers.
I went in there. I'm
Mhm.
like, stop what you're doing. I don't care. Stop what you're doing. I don't care if you lose sleep tonight. You gonna read this book. That's what I was on.
I mean, once I got into it, like, I mean, I didn't let the trauma and stuff like deter me because I'm just like, it's gotta be a happy, this gotta be this some they gotta come out of this at some point.
Hmm.
So from Jump Street, I ain't like Eric. I already knew what he was gonna do. I was like, this boy is not getting ready to take her with him. He's not. I just knew it. I just knew it in my heart. He's not. And then, like, and you let them just go to this raggedy hotel. You had some money because your family had some money. You couldn't help her. That's your girlfriend for how many years? All through high school. That's the kind of stuff that be pissing me off.
And I think another thing, he let his parents influence him because I think had they not been in his ear about how she gonna ruin his dreams and all that, I think a lot of things could be better with him. I chalked it up to Eric and age, and I
Yeah.
didn't like him either. But I kind of I understood because you got you're at that age. All women are throwing it at you from every angle. Your mother and daddy are making you believe that she's going to bring you down. You're not going to make it to the NBA if you keep messing with her. And after a while, that got in his head. That I think that's what got in his head. His
Hmm.
parents.
Yeah. I mean, no, okay. When I say I knew this, that's it was the fact that I didn't like the way he did her when he found out she was pregnant. But before that, I don't like the fact that I felt like he was stringing her along. So I'm not gonna say I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I
Yes,
get him being young, and that was gonna be a lot of responsibility to take her with him. But you made a promise to her, and you've been home all summer long, and you strung her along. You should have had the balls enough to tell her from Jump Street,
I agree with that.
this is not gonna work. I'm not gonna be able to do this. Then she wouldn't, because she was banking on that, and you knew her situation, so you knew she was banking on that. So I'm not saying I wouldn't have told Devin the same thing, because I would be looking at sometimes I'd be looking at Devin like, where you get this little ratchet heifer from? Who she? Who is this? So I get it at that part. I get
Mhm.
that part, but just the fact that he strung her along, because me having the kind of heart that I have, I'll be trying to do everything I can to help. Like, that's been a downfall, because some niggas be struggling and be like, "Oh, let me help you." I can't do that no more.
And when I was first reading it, like Eric was one of them toss up characters. Like I didn't care if he came around or not. But I
Right.
thought the main male character was going to be really. I didn't for some reason I didn't think Shabu was going to be that when I first started reading it, not towards the end of the book, but when I first started reading it and they were in the diner, I'm thinking, really how they describing him with the eyes or whatever. I'm like, okay, he
Mhm.
gonna be the,
The main character.
the main character. So when Shabu came on the scene, I'm like, oh, okay, like I'm starting to like him. So, him becoming I like that she threw us for loops in this. Cause at first I didn't know. I didn't know who was the friend, who was the enemy, who I'm
Oh,
supposed to like. I think through this whole series, I ain't know who to like, who to hate, who was slimy,
you
everybody
could
was a
tell
suspect.
Kiko, you couldn't tell she was slimy. I could tell she was
Her,
slimy.
I could tell that Kiko was slimy, but with Shabu's ex Khalees, I didn't
Yeah,
at first. I'm
yeah.
like, why? Maybe I thought he was sad because the baby died.
Right.
I
Well, that
didn't.
threw me for
I,
a loop too. I was like, how much trauma is this girl gonna put in this damn
yeah,
book?
I'm like, it was so much in the see the constant. Oh my God! And it wasn't just Savvy. It was Michi. Like it's like they couldn't catch a damn break.
Right, like at all, at all. Like, and then I ain't gonna lie, I kind of, I don't know, I kept side eyeing Jessica only because I felt like she was flirting with Savvy, and I was like, she gonna try to turn Savvy out. That's that. I feel like that was her agenda, the way
Hmm.
she was coming at her. But and I think if Michi wasn't in the picture, she probably would have, um, shot her best shot. Um, Tara said she felt the same way, minded. She went in blind, so she had no idea who would end up being the male
I
lead.
didn't. I didn't. At first I thought it was really because when I'm reading, I'm like, oh, he got blue eyes. Oh, okay. Like yes, like I'm ready for this blue-eyed black man, Haitian guy. I'm ready for him. And
Who
then
is it?
the
Somebody
huh?
said, somebody said, rest in peace, Jessica.
And listen. So with Jessica, that was another person. It's like ah. I didn't know rather than not like her, rather than like her.
Right,
When
right,
you find out her story, it's like maybe her trauma caused her to. make decisions that she made. It's like this whole book. I think everybody, redeemed themselves. Um,
You think Relic redeemed himself a
Hell
little
yeah,
bit?
I think Relic redeemed himself. Hell yeah. I listen, I went from hating Relic to hoping he, get bit by dogs walking down the street to this that guy right here, boy. I like Relic. Relic I think was the first person that was redeemed that I agree with the redemption. I felt the redemption was justified. It
I
was
was
it was
so
right on.
I was hating him. I was scared and I was hating him because I was like, if this man did
Right?
something to Sav, if he raped her, oh my God, the fallout between him and
Him
Shabu
and
is gonna be
True.
that had me nervous. That had me so nervous. I was just like, okay, that's Shaquana talking about rest in peace. I had to turn on my phone, y'all. So I had to turn the volume down. So if you see me looking, I'm trying to see who's saying what. I was so scared that he had really done something to her. And then to find out that it was Kiko and her dusty cousin, like,
Ooh,
like,
man.
oh my God. You
I think I think everybody went into book three thinking Relic, like Shabu gotta kill him, like he gotta go. I think everybody went into book three hating Relic.
right.
And we at the end of the day we owe him an apology.
I ain't gonna go that damn far. I ain't going that far. Now, because he
when he
was,
sh- when he
he
showed up to
made
that baby shower, like I can't ain't I'm the daddy, I can't even get.
right, like he just made you hate him even more. Like, bruh,
God. I'm like,
bruh.
wow. Relic was one of them people that really was like, I think he spent his whole life trying to get people to hate him.
I mean, when you say give zero fucks about something, that was Relic 24/7. Like he cared nothing at all.
And you
Nothing.
didn't know whether to believe him or not. It was like he said he didn't do it, but then you like, you wanted her, and then oh my God, the conversations that was, it was just so much that pointed to Relic. This book, would this be considered a thriller?
I don't know. Suspense? Maybe
Jesus.
suspense more so than thriller. Cause I would say more. I don't know. It was a lot. It was. I mean, Jesus, it was a lot.
Like every time I turned around, something else happening. Oh my God.
Uh, Devin said, "That's Devin." She said, "Apology."
Listen, now the one thing I couldn't respect, and I don't know, maybe it's how he was raised with his mom. Which we find
They-
out Shabu is not is his half brother. They don't have the same father, and his dad spent his whole life basically tainting Relic and letting him know women ain't shit, and
right.
because of what his mom did, his mom cheated on him, and got pregnant, and it's like you see when when you saw him sleep with Khalees when Shabu was locked up, you like, was he doing that to prove that women ain't that's his thought process, or was he really just a evil person like that? And
I
I
think he
still
was
ain't
a
figured out.
combination of it all. And Tara just said he was grimy, and then based on what Michi said he did to her, we convicted him without a trial. But
Hmm.
what he was trying to do to Michi, he was trying to, tie her down and trying to. So what else could you think? What would she have to lie for? Like he traumatized that girl,
He
you know.
traumatized a lot of women. He did Jessica. And look at what he did to her. He ruined her life.
But they said he loved her at first.
Yeah, yeah. He ruined her life. I mean,
I
he
think they
and
ruined each
then
other's life.
yes, because remember
When
they
it all
said
came
that.
out, I think when he said, I can't think of the cousin's name, but when he said that was his, but no, it was two women he talked about was he loved Jessica and some other woman that he supposedly um loved, and they both did him wrong. But he the one screwed Jessica up
Yeah,
out that
and,
church
and
girl.
Yeah, and I remember when they was like, he tried to right his wrong by then going on sexcapades with her. Like she enjoyed turning people out and things
Yeah,
like that, and he tried to get back in on her good side by joining in on it, not knowing they ruining other people's lives. It was just a lot with Relic.
that
Relic
was.
had it. I think Relic will win for the character that had that just we didn't know what to do with. You don't know whether to love or hate him.
What other stories, Shaquana? She talking about other stories. Who else she writing about? The sister?
Ooh, I know who she writing about, but I can't tell y'all.
You
I'll
ain't.
tell you. I'll tell you later when we get off this. I know who the next book is about, so it's going to be a spinoff, but I ain't gonna tell y'all who.
Oh yeah, he need to do right by the braider, cause yeah, I felt
Yep,
bad
but
for
you
her.
know what? I saw them. So I saw the way he did her, um,
Mm-hmm.
and when he said, you're scarred on the outside and I'm scarred on the inside, that right there, I think that's when I started liking Relic. Like he know he screwed up.
Mm-hmm.
He know he screwed up, but
Okay,
with
so
him
what
and
did you think? What did you think of the cousin and his wife? I can't think of his name. The one with the
Pierre,
lip. No, wasn't Pierre the fool?
oh,
Wait, Pierre was the fool, right?
yeah, he's
Yeah,
the
Pierre was the
funny
fool. That
one.
was brother.
What's the
What's
other
his
brother
brother
name?
name?
And they got a Kendall Vella, and I can't even think of the name of it. They got a Kendall
Oh, do
Vella.
they?
Yeah,
Who? The brother and his wife?
yeah, they got a Kendall Vella. I'm gonna tell
Los.
you.
Thank you, Tara.
Yeah, Los.
Los. Yeah. So,
So
what did you
if you
think of
didn't
Los?
know, they are on. Yeah, she wrote about them on Kendall Vella.
I have such a hard time with Kendall Villa. I swear to God, I do. They were toxic. Yeah, but then I feel like she switched up. That's just me, though. I feel like she switched up when the secret started coming out because, but then we all know men are stupid. Like if
Very.
you and this girl had something going on, why you still got this woman work? And it's a content. It's a problem for your wife. You should have been fired, old girl. You should have been fired her. Like you kept that festering in your wife's head with her being around, and homegirl probably wasn't making it no better.
When you know how women are. They like to rub stuff in. I
Right.
Los was one of them people. Is like I, at first I was like especially when he said you were my number two choice.
Oh,
I'm like, oh, sis need to leave. Like he embarrassed her in front of everybody. I'm like, wow, you said that out loud. It's one thing to
right,
think it. You
right.
said
Or
that out loud and embarrassed the hell out of her.
if we had that conversation behind closed doors, but you done said it in front of everybody, the
That's
whole.
that's one of them drop kick ones. That's throw your purse to distract them and kick them, so it don't work no more.
Devin
One
said,
of them things.
why you wanted them back together, Devin? She said she wanted them back together. I kind of did too. I wanted them low key back together because I felt like when him and Savvy went and talked, I'm jumping because it was something else I was gonna say before that about but it'll come back to me. It'll come back to me. But Devin is saying, I don't know where her comment is. I'm looking down. She said she wanted them back together. Why you wanted them back together?
Please
I mean,
tell
I
us that.
did too. I didn't like when they broke up. I mean,
I
I
think he
understood it.
did too much. He was mentally draining to her. And that's
Yeah,
the worst. That's the worst kind where you can't even be happy.
right.
She answered it yet?
No, she didn't answer. She said somebody said that was some hurtful stuff. Shaquana said that was some hurtful stuff. It was. It's very hurtful. Like they was hurting each other. To be honest,
Hmm.
they was hurting
And
each other.
then and then with Kiko and her cousin Maya, I couldn't understand their dismay for Savvy. It's all this over Relic that she didn't even much want. I didn't
But
understand that.
she was jealous of Savvy beforehand because even though Savvy didn't have nothing in her life, what the life that that was dealt to her, she was still a pretty girl, and men was still
They
attracted to her.
flocked to
I
her.
mean, even people were just attracted to her light, her um, who she was. So Yes, miserable people. Love, misery
Yeah,
loves
because they was
company.
saying Kiko didn't even much have to work. She only worked because Savvy was working. Like, you was one of them friends, you just over a man. So you jealous of Savvy because of Relic, and Maya jealous of Savvy because of Shabu. It's just like, what in the heck? Y'all
What
really try to ruin that girl life over two men that didn't want neither one of y'all. That was crazy.
the female cousins, I ain't gonna lie, had me them broads when he was like finally time for Khalees to get the hell up out his house.
Oh, oh, Jesus.
When it was time for him, when he
Wait.
finally said it's
Mhm.
time for y'all to go, and those were the people he called his cousins, the girls to come and
Yeah, yes. And then on that, Shabu mom was against him leaving Khalees because of what she did to her. I'm like, you see this man not happy, but
yep,
you got a point to prove, like you know, and it the fact that you knew that they treated Shabu different because they didn't have the same dad, that the dad treated them different. Why would you want that for your grandchild? Like, why would you want your son to live like that? And it, you know, her encouraging that relationship, that really bothered me. Yeah, she took that money.
yeah, she took that.
Khalees was Khalees was a um.
She was
You know what?
she wasn't
I
happy
wanted her to
either.
die. I wanted her to die. You know, I had a list of people who I wanted to die. She was on my list. You know, because Relic was on the list and he redeemed himself, so I took him off. But
Hmm.
Donald, Michelle, Khalees, Kiko, Maya, and Jessica, oh, they could have. And I ain't gonna lie, I wanted Shabu Mama to die too.
Did you?
I did. And
I wasn't a fan of hers.
did you see what Relic told her at the what told the one he gave Shabu? He said, "Be careful with the little things she say
Yeah.
that you think
Yep.
are jokes."
Yep.
I and that's why I was thinking. I'm like, I thought she at the end she was gonna do something, you know, too Shabu. Oh, I mean, too
Mhm.
savvy because when Relic warned her, I'm like, oh, she up to no good. I just couldn't get into it. That was one mama, and Haitian mamas they different from everybody else. I just want y'all to know I dealt with them. Those are different type of mamas.
Are they? I've never
And
dealt with it.
oh my God. And I did like in this book, like how they talked about that tight knit Haitian family. You see how all of them, they lived in the vicinity together, they did the
Mhm.
business together. That's how they are. But baby, them Haitian mamas, they gonna go to bat for whatever they want. It's gonna be their way or the highway. And when Relic said that to Savvy about watching her daughter and what his mama say around her, that I ain't gonna it kind of gave me chills because I can only imagine. I know the stuff how that goes. So
Mhm.
he was talking from a place. I think that's when I realized he was about to change because remember him and Savvy couldn't be in the same room. They hated each other. He didn't
Right.
like her
Well, she didn't
because he
like him
thought
from
she was
Jump
taking.
Street.
Yeah, he
And
thought
then
she was
he didn't
taking
like
his brother.
well, yeah, and then he didn't like her too because she didn't want him. Remember, he
Yeah.
remember he was trying to get with her and she didn't want him. So that was that part.
Hmm.
Um, hey Khalees. Khalees is saying, hey everybody. Um, okay, so what did you think of Titan and Michi? I
I
mean,
love
Michi was
now.
damaged. I love them. I
I know
was rooting
that's
for
why I didn't
them.
want to spin off because I don't want to read. I want her to have a happy ending. That's it. I don't
Right.
want to read about them breaking up. Leave them alone. Those two people, I want her to leave. So that should be a hint on spinoff. Those two people, I said, leave them alone. Do not touch them. So we can not expect a spinoff between Michi.
What I'm
So don't
not getting ready
expect
to
them.
do, wait, what I'm not getting ready to do is play with Tara. Haitian men all have
They
big.
do.
I
Yeah.
read Soul Ties right after that. Yes,
Yeah.
I think I read Soul Ties first. And so who is it? This must be Shaquat. Oh, that's Devin. Devin said yes, she agreed. Leave
Leave them
them.
alone. I cannot read. I don't want nothing to happen to them. I want in my head. I want a happily ever after. I don't want to, cause I don't want her to mess up. I felt Michi done been through enough. When I say
Exactly.
that girl done been through hell and high, and then did you see where she was saying, it was one part where she said she picked the men she wanna sleep with because that's when she feels she's in control of her body.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, bro. Listen,
Well,
this internet.
when she had the this how you know, I said I was gonna work hard on not writing some no more ain't shit mamas because
These mamas, baby.
these mamas, like the fact that Michelle beat the brakes off of
Savvy.
Savvy. And then when Michi got in that car accident, I mean, she wouldn't take nothing.
Whew.
Okay, so they said Grandma Ernestine told them if you've lived this before, if you and your sister, I'm talking about Michelle and her and Savvy's mama have been through this, how
Hmm.
can you not believe your daughter and your niece? That blew me right there. Like this is not new to you. This is something that you and your sister have experienced. But now you're gonna say she lying for the sake of keeping this man, and you deep down as a mother, you come on now. So then the fact that she
And
beat the brakes
then
off of Savvy and
Savvy.
then turned
Hmm.
around and when Michi got in the accident and you said basically let Savvy make all the decisions because I ain't got nothing to do with it. Like even when your child's in her worst state, that's how you feel. Like I was done
Hmm.
with her. I wanted something bad to happen to her.
Yeah, she was on my die list. She was on my die list. It was when she said that what is it was something she said
Oh,
that
Shaquana
really
said what
really
happened to
really.
Savvy's mama. So
Oh,
Shaquana ain't really
she killed herself
killed herself, but they were molested as
as
kids,
kids.
and she went and killed the uncle. Was it the uncle? She killed somebody first, and then she killed herself because she knew she was gonna go to jail.
In the car. She
Yeah,
dropped Savvy off and went in the car and killed herself.
yeah, but she killed the other guy. Just talked about it. So her mama had been through a whole lot, and
Mm.
then them. So yeah,
It yeah, and then it was like with Michelle, uh, it's then you knew what Savvy accused him of, and you still would leave them alone. There's no way. Even if I
no,
don't, maybe I have all my marbles. It, I there's no way I would leave someone who accused my husband of rape ever leave them alone. And as a husband, I wouldn't want to be left alone with him. If I didn't
right
do that, I don't want to be left alone with no. Cause what
at
else she
all.
gonna lie about? It's just both of them being in the vicinity that let me know he was guilty and he knew the mama didn't care. He knew he had got away with it. He knew she was a sucker. And that
Right.
was my problem with them. But then it's like we got to know. Okay, so we got to know Savvy and her story, and it was a story. Okay, that
Mhm.
this was one of the things where I'm like, golly, like part one was heavy, but then Shavu, he came into her life, and he nicknamed her Whoop, and that was it. I love Shabu, probably from the party. I think once I got on board with him, I never started liking her. I got mad at her for
Pushing him away
pushing him
and
away. I'm like, come on, girl. I wanted to jump through the book and shake her myself.
then when Eric did her dirty and he was like, "That's our baby. That's my baby. Regardless, that's my baby." She was still, but she was young. We gotta always remember that too. I always have to like
Hmm.
these are young. I'm looking at it from a 54-year-old's mindset. But I
Hmm.
wonder if I was just as dumb when I was 18 and 19. And because we gotta remember she was only 18. She had just turned
Hmm.
18. So the life that she had been through will make her grow up, made her grow up.
Yes.
She wasn't no dummy, but she was still naive to a lot of things because she didn't see the writing on the wall when Eric was,
Hmm.
you know, hemming and hawing, and and the only reason why he said something was because his back was against the wall.
And I do like that. It didn't work out with Eric, she had not saved a little money from the diner, and she went and she enrolled in college. So we
Yeah.
saw her, not getting deterred by her son, because she could have easily gave up and just went into the life that Michi was in. That's what I was scared about him. I didn't want her to turn into Michi, but then we saw
Yeah.
her, taking charge. She wanted to do accounting, and then Shabu, he came and he was helping her. He didn't want anything in return. He wasn't trying to, turn her out. He wasn't trying to. He just wanted her to do better. He actually cared about her. I think that whole book with Shabu, I don't think she could have made me. Right now, he can probably, I don't know, he could get away with some stuff, and I'll still be like, y'all, he misunderstood, because that's how good of a character he was in that book. Like, you know, he probably could go
Really
tee
not.
off and tee
Really
off on
good.
the
Let me get
pre-K.
away.
He could probably go tee off on the pre-K teacher, and I'm gonna ask what that pre-K teacher did to him. Cause no, Shabu was just that guy from the beginning to the end. His
He
whole
was
demeanor.
because he was looking out up from her from Jump Street from the
I
minute
love that young. Who is that?
Taquana. I thought she was talking about Titan at first because I love Titan too.
Yeah,
Like
I
he
like Titan.
the
He
fact
was
that they
so
was
funny.
keeping him, yep, the fact that they was keeping him out of it and out of the family business. And another thing what made us like Shabu too, he wanted to be out. He knew that he was either gonna die or be in jail. And he was like, I need to set my family up with some legitimate businesses before
Hmm.
anything, happens to me. I'm glad she ain't take him out.
Yeah.
Devin, he could drag me. I can't believe Devin went through this whole book, but she couldn't read she couldn't read the other one. But she got through all of this. Girl, he could
Devin,
drag
for real. I don't be like, I deserved it. I did something happen. I deserved it. It's like everything he did, I think I excused him for. Everything Shabu did, it was an excuse. Well, she shouldn't have did that. And that's how I felt.
I,
Was y'all
you know
mad
what?
at
I
her?
wasn't. I never got. Now, mine might say different. I never got mad at Savvy because I understood. Not only did I just turn 18, I'm not going. I'm not going. My ex boyfriend done basically.
Abandon me.
Abandoned me, knowing what I'm going through, and
Hmm.
now I know in my heart that something happened to me at this party. Something happened to me. I know my body. Something happened to me. I don't know who did it. I was drugged, and then now I'm pregnant, baby. So no, I did not get mad at her. I understood her like trying to protect her own heart and protect herself. I mean, I didn't always agree. Like I knew, dang girl, this man really is, doing all he can for you. He done set you up in an apartment. He got you out of
Yes.
that raggedy motel, especially after he realized that's where we do business. That hotel hot all the time. I really got to get
Hmm.
you from, in there. I don't know. She was talking about, oh yeah, is she talking about Michi and Titan? And then I can't be mad at Michi either for not just going all in with Titan. I mean, I can't be mad at Titan either for
Yeah,
getting with old
I
girl.
think that was the most. I think Michi I understood the most, because her trauma, it's one thing to be betrayed by your aunt. It's a whole nother story. Your mama. I
Yeah.
can't
She
even.
said she
I,
said she talking about Michi and Titan was let's see,
oh,
what was the question? But no, I wasn't mad at Michi either because she had a lot. I I respected a Titan for being as young as he was, for having the patience that he had.
he
He
did.
saw in
Yeah.
her what she
Hmm.
didn't see in herself.
I
Now,
totally agree with
and I
that.
couldn't even be mad at him when he started messing with that girl. What was her name? Jade. Was it Jade? Is that her name? Jada?
The stripper.
No, the little girlfriend that he got that was working that was
Oh,
Tootenham's
working.
friend.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well,
She
that was
treated
his
him
girlfriend at
horrible.
first, and then they told her that they was trying to make money on their little. That was another thing. I like how she
Yeah,
Cause
Jada.
you know that's a big thing on social media. These fake relationships just for views. These people really
Mm-hmm.
don't be together, and then when they break up, you be like, "They was mine," and you realize they was never together. They got families and all kinds.
Like, yeah,
Oh,
like,
that was
cause I've
so
been trying to
funny how
figure
she
out.
did that.
I've been trying to figure out if that guy. I can't think of the truth. Were they like was y'all really
And
together
it's
or
like
was
you
that?
really don't know because it's so they would not, sometimes contracts involved and it's all about getting viewers. And then they would really break up and then make more videos about it for it's so much money in social media. You don't know who together. And I
Right.
like that she talked about that because that happens all the time. These people don't. They live in two different houses. They rent an Airbnb to shoot they scenes and that's it.
I'm glad.
She
Yeah,
said,
I'm
I'm
glad.
glad Timo beat her ass.
I'm glad. Look. I was laughing at Shabu like he made Maya twist his hair and then had Tima and Toot come and beat and beat her. And then what I can't remember which one if it was, if it was Tima or Toot went back and Toot went back and snatched the money he threw on the table, and then the other one said, "Oh, if you did, you gonna give me half." I was just like, these chicks is off the chain.
Them
I wasn't
cousins.
I wasn't mad. It's a shame. I wasn't mad at none of it. I wasn't mad at nobody that got beat up. I
Nothing
just felt
Shabu
bad that
did was wrong. Nothing he did. Can y'all imagine? Nothing he did was wrong. Y'all can't convince me.
I couldn't. I mean, only time I felt bad was when Relic didn't know. He thought it was the other girl that was in there. He thought it was Maya that was in there that he was trying to burn up, and he ended up
Yeah,
burning
and
up
catch.
the girl.
Yeah.
That was the only thing that I felt like, dang, that's the only person I felt bad for. But I also loved her energy, the fact that yes, I've been through this, but I'm still standing. I'm still here. I'm still
Mhm.
gonna get my money. She wasn't bitter. I was scared it was gonna come out and she was gonna hate everybody because
Mm. Will it come out?
oh, here we go. Oh God.
Will it come out?
Oh
Hmm.
God. I just don't know. It was good, Ma. I ain't gonna lie. It was good. I enjoy all three books.
So wait, what? And then Pierre. Pierre was the fool.
The food.
Pierre, when Pierre called his
Oh my
phone and
God,
said,
with all the baby mamas was
"Yeah,"
hilarious.
and then he called his phone. He was like, didn't I just drop you off?" He was like, "I'm calling. Buy my food. Don't eat my food." You hung up on the gay side of his phone.
Wait, when he came running out the house with his plate and said, "You better drag your mama on her way out the door," and he peeled out the
Oh my
Okay,
god,
wait.
man, that man was so funny.
They said they hated the Kennedy, but she embraced the fact that she had a
She
second
had a
chance in
second chance.
life.
Hmm.
Okay. And then okay, did he really like her or did she or did she feel are you
Who
saying
with Relic?
did really like relatively like Kennedy or did he just feel bad? I don't know.
I don't think he felt bad. Relic don't have a conscience. I
No.
think he was really attracted to her. How they said he was just staring at her. I don't think he felt he probably was mad that he didn't get Maya, but I don't think he felt bad for what he did to her. That's just Relic to me.
Are you talking
He
about
needed
Sabu putting that cup down?
or
Okay.
or Pierre.
Oh, Pierre. Let me just tell y'all about this that what was the name of that drink? I taught summer camp for years and I didn't know nothing about this drink. And I didn't know what this fool was making. One of the camp counselors was making that. Did they call it lean in the book?
Sir,
They called it syrup in the book. Is that what they
what
called
is
it
it
in the book?
called? The syrup? They
Or lean?
I don't know what it's called,
But
but it in
Tara
the
said
styrofoam
lean.
cup.
Tara said
Yeah,
lean.
Lynn.
boy used to make this stuff, and I used to be like, Justin, why I said his name anyway? Justin, why are you? What is that? Yep, Dirty Sprite. That's what he. And I'm just
Okay.
like, what is that? And it wasn't until like he stopped working camp, and one of the other little girls was like, Miss Jocelyn, that's what Justin used to be drinking all the time. And I was like, wait. So so when they talked about it in the book, I knew exactly what it was. I was like, that little nigga was that little nigga. What? Yes, at summer camp, he was a camp counselor. That little nigga was making
Hey,
that.
he needed if he was working with no kids, baby. I was around. I'd be around them
And
for
we had
for a
yep,
couple of hours.
and we had third and fourth graders say, yep,
Oh
yep.
yeah, he needed that.
But not
He
just
needed that.
wait, y'all, not just summer camp. We talking about church summer camp. This was I still was making this drinking.
Oh my God!
Oh
Not
my god.
church.
Yes. And I would just, what I know. Like, Justin, why are you making that? Why are you making that? He would be drinking it all the time. So when Shabu was making it, I was just like, okay. All
All
right.
right, camp counselor.
Right. Flashback. Flashback. Flash
So,
all the way back.
how did you feel about in book two when we found out Jessica and the things she did, how she was turning the girls out, and in that book we saw that when Savvy pulled up on Relic and he had a young girl there with Jessica, and later on we read that that was her sister. He had found her sister, and I think that part is when that of course you was emotional the whole book, but when Savvy was thinking she had a better life than her because she knew her father, and she ended up losing her mother and stepfather the day of her graduation, had to
Mm-hmm.
run so she wouldn't be in custody of the state. Um, Ended up in the hands of Jessica, who tricked her into making money by prostituting herself, and for Savvy to think that, like, listen, I have it rough too, like,
Right.
so when she invited her to the club and she didn't have clothes, I think that part right there, I was, a little tear fell, like a
Yeah,
baby
I
tear, like a
did.
tear.
I
But
did
she
too.
was like, you brought me here to embarrass me, and I'm like, I didn't get it at first. I'm like, damn, what happened? But then she was like, I don't have the clothes. Everybody dressed up. You brought me here to embarrass me. That was, that really touched me. And then when they went out and dressed her in the
Right, when
car,
they
pulled
got her
out shoes,
together, I
I
love
was
the
like,
fact that they wasn't like even Michi, even though she's like, you don't need no new sister,
mm-hmm,
I'm your sister. But when they really saw that that girl was, in tears and what she had on, how all of them, I got this in my car, I got that here. Let me fix you, let me help you, and really came together as women should do, and made her
mm-hmm,
feel, a part of the group. Um, I can't say I was mad at Savvy. Like she just in her mind, you had it better than me until and you don't know. Well, she shouldn't have judged. First of all, that part. If you mean
mm-hmm.
that part, she did judge without knowing. But what else was she to think? Based on what her aunt, she was, those feelings was based on what her aunt told her, out of spite,
Yeah.
being evil. You know what I
And then,
mean?
but then you walked in the apartment, you saw that she didn't have nothing in there. Like she had three boxes in the house. She didn't have much.
Yeah.
And another thing, Shabu, it's like you got her a car, you got her a townhouse. It's like everything he got her. He didn't expect nothing. He literally was gonna pay the rent and the bills and everything while she got her life together. Can you just, God, if you listening, just if you listening, and I know you are. But baby, between I think the mothers in the I know you said trash mothers. The mothers were, but I do like that. We know that even though you're beautiful and you have men dropping at your feet, you can have issues. I do like that these people have real life issues that nobody wants to talk about. Real
Right.
life issues.
Right.
Um, and then the auntie, she would, and I want to chalk it up to her being molested and not believed or being neglected as a child. I don't know, but it seems like she hated Savvy, but then she turned around and hated her own daughter too.
Right. That just, I mean, geez, I just like, how can you hate your blood? Like me and my mom and my sister cousin, she hasn't been to Indie Love in a long, long time. She did the first 2 years. But life would be life. So we were talking about this the other day. Like, we don't, our family don't, that fussing and cussing and fighting and each other. We don't do that. Like, that is like so
Mm-hmm.
foreign to me. That is so foreign to me. And I don't have a sibling that I grew up with, but I don't get it because my grandmama didn't play that. It was for them. And I know my grandmama used to always tell them, "You look out for each other." We don't do all of
Mm-hmm.
that, even though they grew up in the church. It was still, when people say I hate my sister, I can't. I hate my brother. That just does not compute to me. I don't. Or that's what families are about. We fuss, fight, and argue, but then we come back together. I don't.
You know what? I think we was traumatized. We couldn't not like each other. We would get a beating for fussing. You know,
Right.
one
Like,
over there, one over
we
there,
don't do
have us
that.
bickering. One
Who
over
is
there,
this?
have
This
us.
is that Allegra? Oh, that's a Yana. No, who is it? Somebody saying they are proud of you. I'm so proud of mine. Did you hear her? Allegra and I are like, damn, I can't be.
Because let me tell you something. Sh- you traumatize. You bring it back the trauma to what I faced on this same, you know. Oh God, because me and Joss are, we love the same characters. We having fun.
Right.
We have fun. We love the same characters. We hate the same characters.
Right. That part. Sorry, y'all. My watch died. I mean,
Okay.
my
What
watch.
and you know what else I was talking about when they had the little Haitian flag day? I know that
I
is
love
such
that
a
part
big day in
too.
Miami. That is such a big day in Miami. And I remember it was so funny, right? I'm finna make y'all laugh, right? So I had got to college and like Miami is like it's literally Haitians, they we grew up with Haitians. We know them. They not second class to us. So when we got I was at fam, right? So my friend, she was a Haitian, and then she was talking to her mom in Creole, and my roommate was like this, like looking with her mouth wide open. So then when she finished talking, she was like, "You Haitian?" And the girl was like, "Yeah," and she was like, "I thought all y'all looked like Wyclef John," and when I say I fell out,
I
cause she
can't. I
was
can't.
she was so serious about just was like, oh my god, I can't believe you
That's
said
how
that.
you don't know. But I can't. I can't.
So
That's
it
but
was
you know
so
what?
funny.
Okay, so am I missing something? She never says where they are, right?
You
In
know
the
what?
book, she never says a
I think she
location.
did. I don't know why I thought they was in Virginia or somewhere. Am I
She ne-
tripping? Somebody
okay,
help me
somebody
out.
else. Am I the only one? I don't recall her ever saying like where they were. She didn't even make up a city. I don't recall them ever saying it was where they were.
And she put
Y'all-
name of the park and everything. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
but mm-mm.
That's a great question. I have to go back and look. But
Okay,
yeah,
so
it
wait.
was just like
When you said
the
park,
Haitian
this just
flag.
came back to me. This just came back to me. This nigga Relic was gonna kidnap his own child.
Yes.
I'm reading. I'm reading.
And he called
I knew it
Shabu
was.
silly ass. Shabu like, I know this gonna
I
go
knew it
wrong.
wasn't ATL. Yeah, I knew it wasn't here. I knew it wasn't. I'm in Atlanta, so I knew it was. I never got ATL vibes. Um, but the fact that he was gonna kidnap, and the fact that Shabu was like, So you just
Oh
gonna
God.
like you gonna go through with this stupid plan and kidnap your own child.
I think Shabu just came so really wouldn't do nothing stupid.
Right, right. Yeah, when he took the
Yes,
pic,
the
you
when
know.
they snapped the pic. Yo, when they had Jessica at the house and Shabu was like, "When you get here, call me." And she walked in anyway. She beat the hell out of Jessica. Wait, Jessica ain't know what day it was.
She was she wasn't playing with her. She was not playing with her.
Oh my God, Shabu, when that kidnapping thing was so funny, bro. It's like Shabu was like, "Oh my God."
And the way brother was like, tell him you can go with me. Tell your mom you going with me. He's going with me. And it wasn't nothing Jessica could do. Not a doggone thing.
Mm-mm.
Then I didn't even pick when he was like somebody broke into my house and killed
It
my
was so
baby
cool.
mama. It wasn't until later when Shabu was like, that nigga was way too calm. Oh no, it was Titan. Which one was it? Was it Shabu or Titan was like, if you think about it, he was way too calm for the fact that somebody broke into his
Broke into
house.
his house. His house.
Right.
And he kept saying, "I gotta go home. I gotta be with my family." And I'm like, "Oh, look at him and Jessica." Because remember, they was like him and Jessica was hanging out. She had
Right.
moved in, whatever, whatever. I say, Lord, really gonna kill Jessica, Jesus. But then here this girl get him partial custody before she really really became a dog, man. He was like, "Nah, your mom ain't gonna keep you away, keep my son away."
Uh,
Yeah.
he was like that, yeah, that probably grandma gonna be mad. She gonna be
Mm.
mad. But, oh well.
She was.
Dog never said that nigga was the devil. He was something. He was
He
something,
was. Yo,
boy.
I'm crying so hard. I got tears coming. I got tears coming out my eyes. He
He
told me
was, he was.
somebody broke my house and killed my baby.
And then put it on. You right. He put it on Savvy. You right, Ayana. That's Ayana said that he did. He put on Savvy talking about Savvy told me to do what I gotta do. How you put that on that girl like that?
Oh
Mm-mm,
God! It was with
mm-mm,
him, with Savvy and really actually sat and started talking to each other. I like that.
mm-hmm.
I like that. He was basically, I like that they made amends because he didn't rape her, and I did like that. It was no hard feeling about him being suspected of something he wouldn't do. I ain't gonna say he
That's
wouldn't
why,
do
and
it, but he
I
ain't do it.
almost, I almost don't feel I'm torn. I don't. I hate that Jessica went through what she went through, and Relic is the one that turned the church girl out and all of that. But the fact that when Savvy came to and was freaking out, you knew that other slimy man had did what he did to her and didn't say nothing. You just played it off. You ain't even had nobody go and kill him then. It had to be months later that they figure it out. So Jessica, I don't know. I'm torn on how I really feel. I ain't cry no tears when,
Me neither. Me neither. I was like,
none of
oh, okay. Yeah, I did too, Devin. I did too.
mm,
The weird guy.
yeah, that's who they killed. But the fact that she said he didn't do nothing, he just ate her out was still disgusting.
Wait, it did when they all went to get tested. And everyone was like, "My God, how many men you got to get?"
I ain't like her
Yo,
mom.
that wasn't funny, but that was funny. Oh, she was like, "My God, how many men I get tested?"
I
Oh my
mean,
God.
ugh. I ain't, and then when she had to take the baby to the house, I was with Shabu and then I wouldn't have took the baby. Now you come to me. You come to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his mama was very disrespectful. Even when Savvy took and went to the house. Now that threw me off. I was just like, okay, y'all, she throwing this party. She's supposed to spend the day with his people, but then she went and got her hair done. I was like, the timeline is throwing me off. You messing with my mind right now. You messing with my mental because that was too much going on in one day. You went and took the baby, then you left and went and got your hair braided, and then you plan this party. Like, come on, y'all. Come on. Let's this is too much right now.
Superman,
Child,
Superwoman.
she was doing a lot. Doing a whole
She
lot.
was, yeah, Shabu. He was like, he ain't want this. Cause in that I would have felt like him. That's my baby. That I
Right,
don't care what the test said. That's my baby. But
right,
I did like that she didn't let Eric sway her with that NBA money.
right.
I love that because he could have been there from the beginning. He chose not to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did. I like that she wasn't swayed. She could have let that NBA lifestyle sway her and left Shabu alone. She wasn't that man sacrificed so much for her, and I like that she stayed 10 toes down behind him. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I might have been swayed. You know, $30 million is a lot of money. I'm just being honest.
That it
My
is.
bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Shabu,
Shabu.
yeah, he
Yeah,
did. He did. He knew he wasn't gonna, be there to take care of
just financially, just
yeah.
financial.
And
And
he
I don't
should have
even think Shabu wanted her to even deal with his money. Like, nah, we don't need it.
we good. We real
Mhm.
good. What did you
I
think
like
about
that.
what did they name the baby? Oh God, the first baby was Diamond, right? No. What was the first baby's name?
What first baby? The
Shabu's
baby that
baby.
died?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that. I don't remember that baby.
But how Khalees was so mad that the new baby's name was close to it had something to do with blue, right? The color. Royal,
Yeah,
right.
Navy. Yeah. And I thought Navy was
That was
such a cute name.
but
I
that
never
you
thought
know
of
what?
that as a name.
That went over my head for the simple fact that I thought she was tying her name and tying making it her name. So that didn't even
It
cross,
was the color. Yeah, the colors.
yeah,
Yeah,
it
it's the
didn't I didn't
blues.
no. Khalees better be
It's
glad
like
she got
Khalees had audacity to me. I think
right
she
a
was
whole
the
lot.
character that didn't want to admit she was wrong. She really felt she deserved a second chance. You slept with his brother. You had
And
to
then
have
he
yourself
said,
tested with his brother. That would have been his uncle.
and then
His
it came
uncle could
out
have been
that
his
she slept
daddy.
with him. It came out that she slept with him more than once.
More than
So it
once.
wasn't no one time thing. She
Woo.
slept with him more than once.
More than once. I think even after he got out, she was still sleeping with him, right? It's been months since I read it. But I
Yeah.
think after he got out, she was still sleeping. Ooh, child.
Uh,
When that baby, and that's another thing. When that baby was born with
Yana
them
said
blue
over
eyes,
and
I
over
said, "Ooh."
again. A whole
And
siren.
everybody was like, "Who the daddy is?" After book two and three, they were like, "Who the daddy?" I was like, "I don't know. Nobody knows." Everybody was stuck. Like, damn, is it really Relic? And I was just like, damn, Relic. I wanted to believe you.
I
Relic.
I think he would have killed him too. He was ready. I think he would have killed him too. I
Oh yeah.
do. I honestly do. I'm kind of glad it wasn't because I would have hated that. I mean, I
Okay.
would have understood and respected it, but it'd been like, damn, you killed your brother. And I've read books where it's like, I had to kill my brother. Oh my God.
Oh my.
Oh my God. Did this really just happen in this book? So I
Mm-hmm.
will have to tell you, yes, I did enjoy it. I really did. Enjoy it. I'm gonna have to go through her catalog.
Oh
But I
yes. Salvage My Soul is a good one too. Her
Is that a
books have a
standalone?
lot of, yes, it's standalone. Her books, the last couple of books I read are trauma based.
This fool
She's gonna
said, "Look at this
go
fool."
down.
Devin,
Wait, David, you was like his mama. Well, how many men? She gotta get tested. I can imagine that lady said that. Oh, oh, my favorite part, y'all, when Shabu killed Donald walking out the casino,
thank
baby,
you, thank you.
baby, I was like, yes, Shabu, that is my
And then,
man.
look, and then Michi still was like thinking, well, now that he out the picture, my mama gonna want to be,
Hmm.
and she
She just
still
ain't like
didn't.
her.
She
Hmm.
just so then that makes you wonder who Michi's daddy was.
Was it the uncle?
That's what I'm saying. Like it makes you wonder if it, yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Oh,
That's a great
I
question.
wasn't on the. Devin said she was on edge. I wasn't on edge. I knew he was gonna take him out. I knew it. I wasn't even.
You know what? I didn't know it was gonna be Shabu though. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't know it was gonna be Shabu, and the
Hey,
fact that
neighbor.
I think he saw what his presence did to Michi, and that when Shabu when Savvy had to come and
Mm,
talk out about. I think he saw the trauma that that came with her even seeing him. It
yeah.
triggered her. That man was a trigger for her.
Hmm.
You the reason
Well, he
why.
had to stop. He had to stop Titan from doing it for one.
Hmm. Because Titan they wanted to keep Titan pure. They
Yeah,
ain't want, they
yeah.
ain't want that on him.
Even she
But
said it.
baby,
Don't let. Even she said it. Don't let Titan. Don't please don't turn him into y'all. Please don't turn him into y'all. And then when
mm,
she said, and I know that nigga listening. I know he
look at
listening.
me rolling on some things, man. It was
Mm,
like it was trauma, and then she'll throw a joke in.
right.
But yeah, he probably was the funniest one. And then after the accident, when they went to the strip club and Michi wanted to get up there and dance, and Titan he didn't want her to, and then she was
Yeah.
like, he saw her face and he let her do it. Titan was such a stand-up guy to me. He was just. I
He
ain't gonna say
was.
he dreamier than Shabu, but I wouldn't mind. I could have either one of them. You know, I wouldn't
Mm.
mind. And we gonna see what kind of person Relic is, cause we don't know yet. We kind of have an idea, but we don't really know yet. What you think?
Man, I don't know. It's gonna be hard for me to just like that nigga gonna have to do once. I mean, what is it? 360 3 times for me to just be like, all right, Relic, all right.
Oh my God! Relic sat there. He said, "I gotta get home to my family, man. I gotta leave." He sat right there. He sat right
And then they're gonna play
there.
it off. Somebody walk in my house and kill my baby mama.
Oh my
Bruh. And I'm here, look, I'm holding my heart. Oh man, dang. And then when it came out, nigga, you was too calm. Was
God! Oh my
too
God!
calm. Too calm.
My face is hurting for laughing, bro.
This is
I think
Shaquana. She
really.
said, look, Shaquana said Jesus himself will have to wash Relic clean.
Wait, so y'all don't think Relic redeemed himself when we found out he wasn't?
But
I ain't
all of
drawing no hints, damn it. I ain't drawing no hints because I ain't read the book. I ain't drawing no hints. I ain't read the book.
but you said you couldn't tell us who the next book was on.
I ain't tell y'all.
Ayana said, hell no. Nah.
Y'all don't
They
think
all
Relic?
said nope, hell no. They all look, hell no, nope,
Oh wow.
nope.
I like Relic at the end of the
I
series.
mean, come on now. Somebody said he still was not right.
Who wrote Relic was my ninja in my head. That's right.
Allegra.
Relic.
Allegra,
Well,
she like them toxic niggas.
Allegra like people like that. Like her niggas gotta
Yes,
have
it's
some
true.
toxic times three. They gotta be toxic, toxic.
A, a boy, she said, give her a toxic nigga any time of the day. Cause she gonna be just as toxic with him and tell him to go to hell in her New Orleans accent. Get the hell on. Go to hell. Oh
Really
Lord.
going ninja. So what was it? So yeah, okay. So my list again. Savvy now mama had to die. Jessica,
Mm-hmm.
Jessica, um, Donald, Michelle, Maya, Kiko. I think that's all I wanted.
But Maya and Kiko didn't die. They chased them
I
away.
know.
At least she didn't say
I
that they
wanted Michelle
died.
ain't died neither. Only two people died from my list. There's Jessica and Donald.
Tara laughing at your dollars.
Yeah, I do it, girl. I be doing the list. So I wanted them to go, but she kept them alive. Some people she kept alive for a reason. Who knows?
Devin, remember he said he had put that wasn't that when he was like, I had put it together already, I already paid for it. So but you right, he wasn't too mad.
That,
You think
oh,
Relic was
and
what? On the
on the
road to
road
redemption,
to
not
redemption.
quite there yet. Please.
So
The
what?
grandma
I think the
too?
only thing that redeemed him. Oh yeah. Oh yes, yes, yes. You're right. Cause didn't the grandma was the one that what she the one didn't want her at first. Remember
No, yeah.
she
She was
blamed Savvy Mama for ruining their family or something like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. That's true.
God, whew.
That's
It's like the first book kind of put me in a headspace of fast
mm-hmm.
with Millie,
Mm-hmm.
but I thought
Yeah.
Eric. And when I first was reading about Eric, I thought Eric was going to be the person that helps her. And then as I kept
Yeah, I thought
reading, I'm
yeah,
like, okay,
I did think, oh, he going in the NBA and but I didn't think they was gonna stay together. I felt like something was gonna come between them because that would have been too cookie cutter and too straight laced. You know, she brought the toxicity, God dog. And there was no somebody said there was no trigger warning. I mean, I think we've gotten spoiled with the trigger warnings,
trigger
but
warnings. Yeah, you don't have to. But if you read her, you already know it's gonna be
oh,
triggers.
well, see, this is
She
my
is that
first. This
type
is
of.
my first.
Mhm.
This that's why I said I
But
think I
I
posted.
think this one is the heaviest.
You think so?
Cause the ones before that, they weren't that heavy to me.
I
Savage
had
My
to.
Soul was
I was ready. I had to go find me some. I was looking for a Harlequin romance after this. Like I needed some, some Kamani Press and Harlequin. I was like, let me go dig through my closet and find one of them old books because good Lord Almighty, this was a lot. This was a lot. But I'm glad it lightened up. I'm glad it
and
did. I mean, when I say
y'all
lightened
read the
up,
series together. Y'all read the
well,
series together, man. It was like crack for me. I'm like, come on, bro. And then the
but I
third
didn't
book
do a
to the
spoiler page.
longest.
I didn't do a spoiler page because I didn't want a spoiler page. I wanted to like I knew this was gonna be so deep, so I didn't want to be. What happens for me with spoiler pages is like if somebody posts something, then I'm looking for when that thing is gonna happen. So that's why I don't like them. Ayana did one, and I think she was in there talking about her damn self. I think she was in there talking by herself. I don't know because I didn't go in there. I'm like you. I said I needed a joint after that, and I don't even get high like that. Why people like that? I don't get high. Let me not. Let me clarify. I don't get high, and I could barely
So
drink.
y'all gotta read the Kindle Vella Los.
Okay.
So
Ayana said
read
she
that.
was in there
That's
talking
more.
to herself.
I came in there a couple of times.
She said she was in there by herself.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
cause Ayana, she be wanting all the
All the
spoilers,
details, everything. And
everything.
so she probably gonna get mad. But sometime if I'm reading something, because I think I hit Allegra up and was like, let me go through my text messages. I hit Allegra up and was like, I just want the record to show that I think such and such is getting ready to happen. And and see, I knew I could say that to Allegra, and she's not gonna tell me nothing. If I had said that to Ayana, she would have been, yeah, you right, and this happened and that happened. I'm like, nah, mm-mm.
Terrorists before.
Oh, I told Allegra, I said, you don't have to confirm it. I just want to see if my suspicions are right. I'm in book 2, Jessica's Relics First Love, and the chick he raped, and that little boy is his. And she said, all she said was, your suspicions are noted. See, I could deal with that. Ayana ain't gonna tell me my suspicions are noted. She gonna tell me, you right, you right. You know what I mean? She gonna go into a whole So
Girl,
I
yeah,
have
because
to
in chapter 13, they talk about it and they tell you, and they ain't it, baby. And then you going to find out that such. That's
yeah,
why
see,
y'all
no,
little
no.
spoilers.
No, I like to say, like I said, I have a feeling or I think, and then I don't like to be able. I want to be able to say, I knew it, I knew it, I knew it, and somebody say, yeah, you was right, instead of me just thinking it and then not saying nothing.
Devin, you can read Salvage My Soul next. That's her book before this one. But
Mm.
she has a heavy catalog. I think she got like 20 something books. Yeah, she got like
What,
20
Tara?
something books.
Don't do me. Don't do me.
Yeah,
Talking
yeah,
about
they some
basic.
keep reading. What that?
I do. I do that in a heartbeat. Tara be trying to get me too sometime when she was reading S.K. Hardy's book. She was like at low key, trying to be low key with asking questions, and I'll be like, uh-huh, yeah, keep going, girl. Mm-hmm.
And another thing, I know Kindle. I had put it up in BSB yesterday, but I have found this site where you get 16 Audible books for $55.
I'm
So
not big
I got.
audibles. I'm
I
particular
need it
about
at work. I have to, and the
um,
thing is, cause I work at the post office. We not supposed to. Cause I used to be hood with it. That's why y'all ain't get a lot of y'all mail. I used to just start doing passports and start reading. So then, I got serious about my job, and now I can do the passports and listen. Like that was
oh,
because I got tired of Merch, get off your phone. I'm not on my phone. I'm just reading. They think you on Facebook. I'm not on Facebook. I'm reading. It's a difference.
I got
So
you. I,
I had to do Audible at work. Like that's my
I don't know why you let that whole
okay.
read to you because Alexa can't do a goddamn thing for me.
Yeah, Alexa read to me when it's some books. See Christina C. Jones that's not on Audible, and I be having to, listen to Allegra. I mean, let Alexa read it because some of these authors, I understand why. But yeah, it's hard,
Mm-mm. That hoe can't do nothing for
really,
me.
really hard.
Nope. I don't even want to. No. Nope. Exactly. Yep. I need her to pop on here and say, Alexa, that's
Who told her to go to hell? Who is that? Is
Allegra.
that Allegra?
Allegra
I
said,
knew it.
Alexa, get the hell on. She right. She is absolutely right. Get gone,
Tara,
girl.
you probably gotta wait until tomorrow, cause I got mine like a day later. So I'll put it in there. Got mine like a day
Oh,
later.
see. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. This been cool, Mai. I enjoyed this. I
I
enjoyed the book.
did.
So I'm gonna give Mai her kudos. I'm gonna give her kudos. I appreciate it. It was a good read. It was a good read. Ugh,
Maybe we
Tara,
can
look.
maybe we can push for her making a guest appearance at a book event one day because she gonna come out with a few more bangers this year. This year, I can give y'all that
Well, I
hint.
mean, I can tell you now, it probably won't be too many, if any, new authors for 2025. 2025 is, I think I said this before, is 10 year, and I'm bringing back everybody. I'm inviting any and everybody who has ever done the event in the past 10
Mm,
years. So it'll be all of those. I probably won't. bring anybody new unless no, because it's gonna be a big long weekend. So that's the goal is to bring back
Ooh,
like
big
family
weekend.
reunion to bring back everybody that has ever participated in the love. That's the goal. So and then you already know 2024 that lineup is fire.
Whew.
So
Listen, when you listed that lineup, I mean, we already done planned the weekend. Y'all don't need much know.
yeah, and I
Cause
got some
my
stuff I'm trying to put in the works for Friday night,
when
I
do
think.
I am always professional? When did I ever? Where's this coming from? Where's this version of this person that y'all keep
Oh my
talking
God,
about?
they are coming for you.
Oh
They
my
said maybe
god! You
women
know
make you
what?
act up.
Oh
Listen, look
my
at Tara.
god!
I told you Tara is low key petty, boy. You sure you're not a Scorpio, Tara? Because that's that low key. That's that low key petty.
Listen, you know I
Don't even Tara, don't
you
even bring
know
him up. We're not even gonna talk about him on here because we've
please
been having a good night.
please.
We've
That's
been
my
having.
exactly, Tara. I'm glad you understand. I'm glad you
Oh,
understand who it
mm,
is.
here we
Cause I
go.
be,
Here we go.
I done got on here a couple of times and been the perfect guest host.
Here we go. Here we go. So
Cause
my
she
next
like,
thing is, but it's probably gonna be on it's not gonna be in the group, it's gonna be on the main page. I read the Billionaire Baby series and I'm gonna
ooh,
talk to all five of the ladies in November.
mm,
Um
I'm doing that
I
soon.
worked it out with Miss Aisha and we
And
are
let me tell you, Aisha Bree, that was the first book I read about her in that Billionaire Berry
oh
series.
really?
And
I had read something about her
baby,
before.
baby, I
So
am ready. I am. Listen, tell her just drop her catalogs and tell me where to start. Cause I am hooked. Kimberly Brown, you know she always. Kimberly Brown is one of those authors where if I need to get out, I done read something heavy, I go to her books because it's
yeah.
usually lighthearted romance. Of course, Monica is one of ours. She's like our cousin.
Hmm.
On our mama side, not the daddy side.
Right.
Uh,
I don't think
Kay
I had
is one.
ever read anything by I think that was the first thing I read by Kay or maybe one other
Me
thing.
too.
So,
But
but yeah,
Aisha Brie, I heard so many people talk about her, and that was my first book by her. I
yeah,
loved it.
Alicia is good. And she, if you don't know, CCJ normally does, well, I'm saying it like I'm just this seasoned person, but I'm not. CCJ did my first two book covers and she had just had the baby when book three was coming out. And I was like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? And Aisha did the last book
I
cover.
love
So
her artwork.
she did a good job. I was really, she's
Yes,
so professional. I loved we talked on Zoom for almost 45 minutes. Just she was getting my vision and I she knocked it out the park. So I reached out to her and I said, what date? So we're gonna do it on November 4th. In a couple of weeks, we all gonna get together and at 6 p.m. And I'm not gonna do it in the group, I'm gonna do it on the main page so that all of their people can since it'll
see
be
it.
five of them. Yep. So it'll go that way. What is happening? What happened? What is it? I'm talking about you guys and you see this man still call. Well, who are they? I missed that whole. I don't know what happened. I don't know what brought that. That's Allegra. She fussing at somebody.
You see they one.
Yeah, it's probably Tara and Ayana. She fussing at.
Uh,
So this has been cool. I am gonna put it up on YouTube, and I'm gonna get back into doing some more interviews with folks. Oh, and y'all. Okay, so forget indie love for a quick second. This is just you see, I made what you call it free. The strength of love is free until Monday. And
I
then
gotta share it.
so yeah, strength of love is free until Monday. And I was invited to Lashira's event next year. So I'm on with her I am one of her featured authors next year. So I'm like,
Woo!
hopefully I have two more books out by then. Y'all pray for me.
That's
Y'all
the
pray for
level
me.
I want to be on, baby. I love me some Lashira.
Yeah. So I was oh Lord, here they going back telling I tell her say less. They whoop whoop. So yeah, I'm excited about that. I'm excited about Indie Love next year. And so, I got some more things happening this year. I am celebrating 55 next month. So I'm having a party and the theme is 55 and fine because if you can't tell, I have lost a whole lot of weight. So I am doing good. Now.
I see it sagging. I see it sagging. I see it sagging, baby.
So um yeah, it's
This gonna
here.
be good.
It's the party is here in the ATL. So I'm gonna definitely wear
Hey.
like here we go. Here we go. Mhm. Yep, I am, and I'm not gonna go into a whole lot of details, but I need y'all to keep me and my family lifted in prayer, send positive and good vibes and thoughts because my mom is not is dealing with something right now, but we're gonna be victorious through it all. But it's a lot. It's a
Absolutely.
lot. So I was supposed to be wrapping up this fourth book, but it is hard when you got a whole lot going on in your personal life and working and you know school is an absolute shit show. I feel like we are I ain't gonna say what school I work at, but I will say this. We are Abbott Elementary on steroids, crack, and heroin. So how about this?
So wait, do you know my sister was a teacher? So I was at her house last year. It was like November, and we were watching that. And she said she was like, you know that's really how it is. I was like, you
It is
lying? She
child,
said that's
yes.
really how them kids act.
It
Yo,
girl,
that. When I say I was crying because I thought it was, I'm thinking it's a joke. My sister was like, really be like that's real. Like, and she taught
girl,
kindergarten, third, and fifth. Her last class was fifth. Man, listen, when she told me that stuff was true, I didn't
girl.
know what to say anymore. So it's not
I'm
a joke.
telling
It's
you, and
real. Wait.
yes, yes, it's true. We are, and I be walking around there joking. I be like, we are Abbott Elementary, and one of my coworkers was like, "Shit, we Abbott Elementary ain't got nothing on us. If they was to bring cameras in here, they'd shut us down and put a padlock on the damn door." We be standing outside talking about, "Well, can I get my last check?" If they really can't do that, baby, you just don't
Wow.
know. You
Yeah, I
just
found
don't
that
know.
out with talking to her. She was like, "It's really like." I'm like, "So this not a joke?" Like, I'm thinking,
No,
"No, it's
no.
not a joke."
No,
Wow.
especially in certain demographics, it be like that. It really do. You do like did you ever see the episode where the mom? I think it's I don't want to say is it Amber Riley? Not Amber Riley. It's the other girl, and she got tattooed bad. I think it's bad bitch like right around here. And Shirley Ralph is like, well, can you pull it up and can you put a jacket on and it's like, yes, we have them parents that come in there with all of that kind of stuff. Child, yes, yes,
It was
yes.
one where the Tyler, the male teacher, he was saying that every time he was trying to teach, the kid was like quote in the movie, like
Yeah.
every like if he'd say a word and it was a word from the movie, the kid would just yell out a movie quote, and I was crying. That
When I
shit
tell
was so
you,
funny.
yes, yes. Some of the stuff that I put in, that I had Nash saying, those were quotes from some of them kids. Some of that's the stuff that I actually heard and was like, let me write that down because I'm gonna forget and I'm gonna use that.
Oh God,
See right now that whole scene about the roach thing where they was calling each other bugs or whatever it was
that's
that
real.
was that was real. That was happened in my classroom 2 years ago for sure. So Yeah, she played the sister, but her and Amarali kind of favor a little bit, yeah. So anyway, y'all, we're gonna let this go. Y'all have a great evening. I appreciate everybody that came through. Thank you, Ma, again for the recommendation and us chatting. I appreciate it.
Anytime.
I hope Kristen feels better. She was supposed to join us, but she said she got really, really sick. And she said she's coughing up a lung, which I could relate to because I've been a little sick, but I hope she's feeling better. And oh, the conversation with the roaches was funny. Yeah, that little yeah. So anyway, y'all
That's
have a
okay. The former spotlight reader of the month held it down.
she did. She did. Former spotlight reader did hold
POP.
it. So
P, baby.
y'all got
Former
some more
spotlight reader
recommendations,
of
drop
the
them
month.
in. And like I said, I'm gonna get back to doing these little interviews because I do miss them and I enjoy chatting and talking with y'all. So y'all have a good evening. My you hold on for a second. Y'all have a good
Okay.
evening. And Terry talking about it was a pleasure.